COVID-19 semakin menular. Sekolah-sekolah terpaksa ditutup. Bagaimana dengan nasib pendidikan anak-anak kita? Sebagai ibu bapa, kita pastinya mahukan yang terbaik untuk anak-anak. Tetapi, mengapa bebankan diri dengan kelas tuition yang berbayar sedangkan ada yang percuma? Akademi YouTuber Malaysia, inisiatif dari e-didik dan Kelab Guru Malaysia, membawakan anak anda kelas dalam talian secara percuma, secara langsung oleh guru-guru dari seluruh negara. Maklumat lanjut, layari www.academyyoutuber.com.
Good evening students, good evening parents who are also with us today, not forgetting the teachers. Welcome to Pusat Tuition Academy YouTuber Malaysia, di mana kita bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Okay, so how are you all doing here? I see the students are coming in as we are running the show today. It's good. Okay, so how are you boys and girls? I hope that you are in good spirit today to learn from our teacher Gan. And today's lesson will be a very important lesson. If you are here, then you are incredibly lucky. Alright, so let me introduce myself. I am Cikgu Giri. If you do not know me, I'm the moderator of the day. Okay, so we at Pusat Tuition Academy YouTuber Malaysia always provide you with free online classes. Okay, do check out the schedule in our blog, okay, academyyoutubermalaysia.com, when are the classes being held for PT3 and SPM. So let's take this opportunity to do your revision, okay, to do your revision. So are you ready, all of you? Wow, I see a lot of familiar names in our chat box right now. Okay. Before we go on, let me introduce to you the credit system as well. We have credit system. So in order for you to benefit from the credit system, you must have email EDD. Okay, email EDD. We have put together a lot of rewards for you, whereby you can collect all the credit systems and claim the rewards. And rewards are in form of headphones, calculator, vouchers, smartwatches, okay, you name it. Just go through the website and go through the list of rewards that we are giving you when you can claim from the credit system. Later we will share the link where you can go and sign up and claim your credit. Okay, let me introduce the presenter of the day, Madam Gun. Okay, Madam Gun from SMK King George V, Seremban. All right.
Hi.
And we are now live on her channel. So make sure you support her channel by subscribing to her channel. She has put together a lot of PDPC videos as well. Okay, later she will share with you the playlist where you can go and view her PDPC videos and also recommend them to your teachers when they can share with your other classmates. Okay, all right. Together with us, we also have teacher Heidi, okay, as our control host. Cikgu Aisyah, okay, Cikgu Aisyah also as our observer to make sure that our class is running smoothly. Okay, so before we begin, I have a few reminders to all of you. All right, in in order to benefit more from the class, you will also need to pay attention throughout the lesson where Cikgu Gan is going to give you the code for the
Yes.
credit claim. She will announce the code on the 5th minute, all right, 20th minute, 40th minute, and also 55th minute, around there. So not exactly on the dot, but you will need to stay tuned throughout the show in order for you to get all the 4 digits for you to claim your credit, and also the certificate link. Okay, so without further ado, let's welcome Cikgu Gan.
Hi. So I'll share my link in the screen.
Right.
Okay. So can you see my screen now?
Yeah, you can see
Okay,
the
thank
screen.
you. So today, as you know, this is an English language lesson, and we are going to look at the writing paper. So before I begin, this is a poster, and also the 4 teachers on duty today, and also we have other teachers who have or are no had and or have or still producing videos for the English language secondary school. So actually there are more than what you see in the pictures here. So later on we try to update. Okay. So now this is the playlist for the lower secondary school lessons. So maybe Cikgu Heidi or Cikgu can add in the link there. So or you can look at the link bit.ly English PT3. So this is for the lower forms, form 1, form 2,
Already.
form 3. Okay,
Yeah,
thank
already
you.
put in.
Okay, and this one is for the form 4, form 5, the upper secondary. So the link is bit.ly English SPM 1119. Okay, just now Cikgu Giri mentioned about the credit RU, okay, or the RU credit system. So there are a lot of interesting items that you can exchange for your points.
That's
So
right.
yes, do become a member of the EDD and then you can claim the credit points. Okay, so let's begin. I think most of the Form 5 students who are present today know that there is a new format for SPM. So this is for the year 2021. So we have paper 1 for reading, paper 2 for writing, paper 3 for speaking, and paper 4 for listening. So today we're going to look at paper 2. The code is 1119/2. Okay. So this paper, there are 3 parts. First is the short communicative message. So part 1 question, 20 marks. Then you have part 2, guided writing, 1 question, also 20 marks. And then the part 3 is extended writing task. So there are 3 questions. You have to choose or answer 1 only. So this is 20 marks. So time for the whole paper is only 1 hour, 30 minutes. Okay, so you must be well prepared before you sit for the SPM paper. Okay, then the marks total 60. So this is again the summary. The time 1 hour 30 minutes, and then there are 3 items. Okay, let's look at what we're going to do today. So this is the paper for part 3. So you have the extended writing or extended writing task. So there are 3 questions, but there are 4 types. You have to learn review, report, article, and story. So the format, you must know or be familiar with what is a review, what is a report, what is an article, and also a story. Okay, you have to choose one. So in the SPM paper, there are 3 options only, not 4. So like this one is from the instrument contoh. So let me use a pen first. So question 3 here, you can see that it is writing an article. Question 4, it is writing a review. And question 5, it is writing a story. So for the sample given by the MOE, there is no report. But in your textbook, Form 4 and Form 5, the report format is given there. Okay. So the contents for all the questions are normally guided. Guided means they give you the WH questions. Okay, the length for part 3 is 200 to 250 words. The marks 20. So let's move on to the first. Okay, so today we are going to learn how to write a report. Okay.
Cikgu
So
kan,
for,
have you
pardon?
announced your first digit yet?
Oh yeah, it's already 5 minutes. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. So the first digit, okay, for you to claim the credits, it is number 7. So I repeat 7. Okay. Actually, do I need it to repeat again? To repeat one more time? Okay,
You do
the
not need to
first digit.
repeat. Do not need to repeat later, but now would be the great time to emphasize on the digit.
Okay, yeah. The digit again is 7. Okay. Okay, I'll continue. So to write a report, you must have, first of all, you must have to, from, and title. Later on, I will show you the format. And then you have paragraph 1. So paragraph 1 will be, you need to introduce the topic of the report. Example, you can write, the aim of the report is, or the report aims to. Okay, so this is paragraph 1. And next paragraph, you have paragraph 2 for the content. So here, for example, there are 3 questions in the paper. So maybe you can break this into 4. It's up to you whether to use 3 or 2 paragraphs. So here, remember, you have to expand the ideas. You have to support your ideas with reasons and give examples. Okay? And the most important thing is to have a heading. Okay? You must have a heading. I think someone's mic is on because I think it's quite noisy. Maybe can be okay. Thank you. So the second one is the most important thing is you need a heading. Heading is very important because this is a new way of writing. And then don't forget to use formal language. Formal language means you cannot use contractions. For example, you can't use I'm going to write about, for example. You can't use contractions. If you look at your textbook, normally they don't use contraction. They say short forms. Okay, so it's similar with contractions. So here you can use in paragraph 2, 3, or maybe you want to add one more because there are 3 WH questions there. You can use the main reason is, another important reason is, and then don't forget your linkers and connectors. Firstly, secondly, in addition, and others. Okay, so this is paragraph 2, paragraph 3 for content, and maybe you want to add paragraph 4. So the last paragraph, whether it's paragraph 4 or 5, it is to conclude. Okay, so when you conclude, you give your recommendations or suggestions about what should be done. Okay, this is to restate your opinion. In my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, or to sum up or to conclude. Okay, so let's look at all this in details. So the first one is to introduce. So when you introduce the introduction, you have to state the purpose. Okay, this is paragraph 1. So state what the report is about, or say what you're reporting. Use phrases like the aim of the report is to, the purpose of the report is to, or the objective of the report is to. So you can use the or this. Okay, next, you can use a phrase or the expression, this is a report on, or you can say this report describes, focuses on, or deal with. Describes, you don't need the preposition, but focuses, you need on, and deal, you need with. Okay, or you can say the report aims to. So you can choose the one that you like, and then you can try to memorize them. Okay, let's look at the second part. So second part will be the content, the body of your answer, of the essay, of the report. So you can have paragraph 2, 3, or 4, or just paragraph 2 and 3. Okay, you can even combine the 3 ideas or the 3 WH in one paragraph, but it won't look that nice. Okay, remember, because you have to write about 250 words. So remember here, you have to give information, you have to expand the ideas, and if relevant, you need to provide the examples. Okay, so here normally you can find words like recommendations, suggestions, opinion, and others. Okay, the most important thing is use formal language. Okay. So expressions, you can use, it is a fact that, to start with, the main reason is, or another important reason is, in addition, we should. So you can use all this in the paragraphs for contents. Okay, next. For conclusion, remember to state your overall opinion. Okay, so you can use expressions like all in all, to sum up, on the whole, in conclusion, in my opinion, from my point of view, finally, we should, or you can say to sum up, we, if we, or to sum up, I believe that. Okay, there are other expressions also that you can use. Okay, so let's start. This is from the Form 4 textbook. So I just mentioned just now, the format is you need to have to, you need to have from, and you need to have the subject. Okay, and then you can even write the title if you want. Okay, but the subject is already here. Okay, if you see some of the Form 5 examples, if you look at the Form 5 textbook, the Form 5 textbook does not have to and from. There's only a title there. So it depends on the question. So please read the question properly. So let's look at here. So you have Tu Abang Osman Masagus, head teacher of SMK Green Road, from Paul Abidin. Subject, Shine in the Dark. So what is Shine in the Dark? So this is a magazine. So you here remember to, from, to is the recipient, the one who's going to receive the report. From will be from you and the subject, okay, or the title. Okay, now just now I mentioned we have to have a heading for each paragraph. So this is one heading, this is the second for the second paragraph, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, now, so there are a few options here. You have conclusion, students' involvement, becoming digital, introduction, and new features. So can the students try? What is the first one?
Okay,
Read the first one.
Try the first one.
Yeah. Or you can read on your own or silently read. This report focuses on some aspects of our school magazine, Shine in the Dark, which need to be improved in order to update it and make it more appealing. So what do you think is the heading for paragraph 1?
Do interact with us using the chat box.
Anybody? Yes. Anyone with answers? Students who have written answers? What do you think is the first heading?
Lee Ling Tan says introduction. Most of them are saying introduction.
Okay, let's look at the answer. Okay, good. Introduction. Okay. The second one, I'll read it. Okay. It is a fact that the internet has changed the way people get informed nowadays. As a result, an online version of the magazine would be easier for students to access than its printed form. It would also make the magazine available to parents and other people in the community. So what do you think is the heading?
What do you think is the heading? This is an easy one.
Anybody? Try to guess. You need to read and to know the ending. So, to know the heading. So once you are familiar with how to write the heading, it's easy for you to write. Actually, it's the main idea of that paragraph. Anybody?
Give it a try. It's okay if you're wrong.
You have 4 more options: conclusion, student involvement, becoming digital, and new features. Anyone?
Lee Chia Lim says that it's becoming digital.
Okay, other answers? Yeah. Do we have more answers?
That's the answers. All of them are given. Rosina Radzwan, becoming digital.
Okay, you're correct. Very good.
Yeah,
yes, very good.
Lin Sok Teng. Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Then the third paragraph. A large majority of the students believe that Shine in the Dark should have more variety. For example, discussion forums, chat rooms, and a place for students to publish their projects and artwork are just a few ideas of what could be added to the online version of the magazine. So what do you think is the heading? So we have already completed introduction. We have becoming digital. So you have 3 more options.
What are we talking about here? Come on, give it a try. Ain Atira says is new features.
New features.
New features. Come on, we need more answers.
Do we have other answers?
Nurin says new feature.
Okay. So let's look at the answer.
Malati Soya, new features.
Yes, good. Okay, the students guessed correctly. Okay. Number 4. So we only left with conclusion and student involvement, right? So number 4, last but not least, more students should be involved in all stages of the publication process. For example, when deciding on the topics, when writing up the articles, or when working on the design. If we go online, a lot of students from ICT classes would be motivated to volunteer their help and ideas. So I think you can guess, right? What's the heading for number 4?
What's the heading for number 4? Oh, this is an easy one. I wonder why I'm excited.
Sometimes you can guess it from the first sentence, right? Because we call it the topic sentence.
Lin Sok Teng says it's student involvement.
Okay.
Dini says the same, student involvement.
Okay, let's look at the answer. Yes, you're correct. Student involvement. So the last one definitely is the conclusion, right? Because it's, yes, to sum up, I believe that if the above recommendations are carried out, Shine in the Dark online will be a huge success. You can see that, for example, the intro and the ending, they are very short. Sometimes they can be, this paragraph could be 1 or 2 or 3 sentences. Okay, good job, students.
Good job.
Okay,
now, Madam
yes,
Gan is
good.
going to announce the second digit.
Oh yeah, the second one. Okay, it's already
That's
20
right.
minutes. Yeah, I think I have to rush through. Okay, thanks for reminding me because I'm not looking at the watch now. Okay, so the second digit, number 2. Number 2, the second digit is 4. 4, okay, the number 4. Okay, I repeat, number 4. Okay, let's continue.
Right.
So let's look at the whole format, or if you look at the textbook, they don't use format, they use the word plan. So it is either a format or a plan. So here just now we have introduction, remember the purpose of your report, what is it about, and then you have the content, maybe content 1 and content 2, then you can have content 3. So remember all these you must have the headings. And the last one is the ending or the conclusion. Okay. So before you start writing, I want to share some writing tips because I think this is quite helpful. Okay, students are not sure of how normally to give opinion and reasons. Sometimes they will forget certain parts of the elaboration. So remember, part 1, email. You are supposed to give suggestions or ideas. Remember the first one about a picnic. Where should you go? What should you bring? What should you do? So these are suggestions or ideas. And part 2 also, if you have learned part 2, so this is also more on giving ideas because you have the question why. And normally part 2 is write an essay or give your opinions. Okay, so normally it is on current issues or factual issues. Okay, like health, education, environment, and so on. Okay, the third one, you have report, you have review, you have article, and all these needs ideas, suggestions, or recommendations. Okay, this is a technique I'm going to share. So it is called Oreo. I've done this with my students, I think about, last time I used to do, after that I abandoned this. So I started again about 1 month. I started again about 1 month ago. Yeah, about 1 month ago. So this is Oreo. Oreo writing, you must use Oreo only for opinion, okay? So the first one, O, is opinion. State your opinion. What is the topic about? Okay. Maybe the first question, what is the question? The second question, what is the question? And the third, so all the WH. And then give your reasons. Okay. And the third one, E, O-R-E, you give example or evidence. So you give details, examples to support your reasons. Then the last one, I put plus here. It means you add this at the end. Restate your opinion, but at the end of your writing. Okay, so that's why you have Oreo. Okay, let's look at example. Okay, these are the ways.
Writing tastier.
Yes. Now the opinion, I think, in my opinion, I believe that, most people say that, I feel that, or statistics from the education department prove that, okay? You can use all these. Reason, the first reason, the best reason, the second reason, or the second advantage. Okay, you may be asked to give advantages and disadvantages, or the pros and the cons. Okay, the reason for my choice
Nurin,
is
Nurin says that, teacher, you make me hungry right now.
because of the Oreo. Okay. Now then you can write example evidence. You can use example like, for instance, here is example of for one thing if. Okay, and everything, this is the plus. At the end of everything, you summarize. Just like I mentioned, right? All in all, I believe that to sum up, to conclude in a nutshell, don't write in the nutshell, okay? Some students always write in the nutshell. In the nutshell means you're referring to the kulit kacang. So it becomes dalam kulit kacang itu. But if you say a nutshell means you're concluding, you're giving a summary. Okay, so be careful with a or the. Next. Based on the above reasons, or for the above reasons I've given earlier, so let's try it out. Oreo, okay? So this is a question. Your school has decided to start its own monthly magazine for the students. You have been asked to write a report for the school principal. So it is to the school principal. What are the regular features to include? What type of articles to publish? Regular features means it will appear, for example, the magazine is monthly, okay? So every month, this is monthly, you have this feature. It is regular. So every month you must have this, okay? Articles is essays that students write and then you publish it in the magazine. So the third one, why your suggestion would be interesting. Okay, let's look at the example. What are the regular features to include? So you can write, I think one of the features is to have games and puzzles. Or you can say, in my opinion, a problem page is a good feature. Okay, there is your O, your R. The reason is for games and puzzles. The reason is they are fun and enjoyable for students. Or for problem page, you can say this helps students who have similar worries. Okay, and then when you write your reasons, actually, you're also answering question number 3, why your suggestion would be interesting. So here it's like 2 in 1. You give the features and also you give the reason, the reason why it would be interesting. Okay, examples. Example or evidence, it doesn't mean that you have to provide every time you write, okay? So it is only when it is relevant. For example, you can write here, like crossword puzzle and others, okay? You can try to find the games and the puzzles in a magazine. Okay, or you can answer, maybe we can name the page Dear so that the school counselors can give advice to the problem students mentioned. Okay, so this is about the problem page. So this is your reason. It can help students who have similar worries. Okay, and then this is the example. Okay, and the last one, you do not read, you do not write, you do not need this because this is for the last paragraph. Okay, the ending. Okay, can you understand that? I think they are able to understand, right? So this is helpful if you have the Oreo method. Okay, if there are any questions, students can write in the chat box. The second one.
Madam Gan, would you like to take a minute break before we
yes,
move
can.
on?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a minute break. Stay tuned. While you are waiting for us to come back, make sure you hit the subscribe button and comment done. Okay? Alright, let's take a break.
Wow, banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda. Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru di mana memberikan hadiah-hadiah ini secara percuma. Ya, percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuition online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma. Jangan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik, takkan nak lepaskan peluang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Oh, that guy is so hyper. He put a smile on our faces right now. Can't stop laughing. He's like, wow. Interesting. Okay, Madam Gan.
So that is the new intro about the credits.
Very interesting,
Okay. So the second question, so I'll continue. The second question, what types of article to publish? Okay. So here you can write what articles. Maybe you can publish, students can write poems or stories. Okay. Or you can say, in addition, we can include interviews with successful former students or competition winners. Okay, so these are your opinions. Okay, then you can give the reason because you have to follow the Oreo, O-R-E-O. Okay, reason, did anybody take a short snack just now of Oreo for students who were hungry during the interval? Okay, for the next one, you can continue this. You can see there's no full stop there. I suggest poems and stories. Then you can continue. For here is because. Okay, for this inspire creativity. So these are, this is referring to poems and stories. But you can say, I suggest poems and stories because these inspire creativity. So for interview, you can write the reason. This will be interesting and will give students good role models. Okay. So the next, let's look at example. Do we have to write example? So before that, when you give reason, actually, you're also answering the third question, why your suggestion will be interesting. Okay. So example, you can say, the best poem or stories could be chosen at the end of the year and the school can give them some prizes. Okay, this is just an example. Or you can give example for related to this, okay? Or if you feel that, oh no, teacher, I have no idea for this. Okay, so you need not give example or evidence every time you write. Okay, the last one is, remember, for the last paragraph. Okay, so here are some of the writing method for Oreo that you can find online. Okay, they have been used all over the world. So these are examples. So some of them are quite colorful with graphics. Okay, I think because they are used for primary school. So this is the simpler one. Yeah, this is the simpler one. Okay, so this is what you my gift is today. Okay, you can click here. So you can have Bit.ly, GBH, Oreo. I tried Oreo, but Oreo has been taken. I tried Bit.ly Oreo, but it has been taken. So I have to put my name here. So you can click GBH Oreo or GBH Oreo 2. So once you click here, okay, I try to click. Am I able to click? Okay, let me change because sometimes when I use this, I can't. Okay. Double click, yes, can. So when I click, hopefully you can see. Okay, I think I'm there. Okay, click the three buttons here. Once you click the three buttons, you can download. Click download, then you can have this handout. Okay. You can have the handout. Okay, I tried another one. Oh, I've already stopped sharing. Sorry. Okay, Amanda, can you see? So if you click the second one, so either you can have two reasons or you can have another one that I've written. You have three reasons. So here it is more complete. You have options, you have reasons, you have examples, and the last opinion. So actually, last opinion should be one. I forgot to erase the lines there. Okay. So you can click the second one. It will lead you to the second handout. Okay. So you can take this handout. Remember, click the three button and download. Okay, I'll go back. Sorry, I have to reshare my slides. Okay, now let's move on. So this is another example. So we are going to try this together to learn how to write. So I think this will cover until before the end of the session today. Okay, the students in your school are not satisfied with the school canteen. You and a group of members of the Health and Cleanliness Club in your school decide to report on the problems the students have with the canteen. Write out your report, which you will present to the school authorities in order to improve the canteen. Your report should be based on various aspects of the school canteen, including what are the problems with the canteen? How do students feel? What are students' recommendations? So write your report. So it's very clear. You have to write a report. So make sure that your format is correct. Okay, so let's try. And the students answer, what are the problems with the canteen? Okay, what's your opinion? What are the problems? Anybody wishes to try? The first problem.
Yeah, you can
you identify the problem? Box. Yes, you can try and write. Or maybe I give you one example first, okay, to encourage you to write. So the first problem.
Cikgu kan, Kumara Balan.
Yes.
Mr. Kumara Balan is wondering if you can share the link.
The link for the
link for the Oreo.
Yes, okay. I'll go back. I think I have to stop my presentation first, right? Okay, I'll just stop for a while. Okay. Am I able to share? Okay, I'll try to stop for a while. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep. Okay, sorry for that. Let me look at this.
Okay.
So, oh, it's not this one. This is for yeah, it's this one, correct? Yes. Okay,
Like,
I was
yeah.
thinking it's another slide that I did with my student just now. Okay, the link. Okay, the link. Copy.
It's http bit.ly, bit.ly,
Okay,
bit.ly
I'll try
slash
to put in the comment. Paste.
GBH
Yeah.
Oreo. We have the first
Okay,
one
it's
up.
there. But
It's
I
there,
do
it's
not know.
there.
I'm not sure whether it's live or not.
There, it's there. We have the
Copy.
link. The second link would
Okay.
be http,
The
/
second one.
bit.ly /
Okay.
GBH Oreo 2. GBH
Okay.
Oreo 2. Okay. Right.
Okay. So I need to share again, right? Oh no. I just continue. Yeah. Yeah, I just continue. Okay. Okay, next. So remember the question just now I gave you, what are the problems, and then how students feel, and what are the recommendations that the student gave. Okay, remember, write your report. So here, let's try. What can be the first problem? My handout is not that beautiful or decorated. You have only 2 Oreos there.
It's okay. Perhaps you want to show them what was the question again?
Okay, what are the problems with the canteen? The first question they have to answer.
Yeah.
So maybe, for example, you write, I'm giving the first idea so that the student can come up with the other ideas. Maybe for problem number 1, you can say, because the question is asking about problems, right? So you maybe say the first problem is the cleanliness or the hygiene of the canteen. Hygiene is the same as cleanliness, kebersihan.
Okay, we have a question from Mazwin Dawawi. Teacher, how can we use the formal word in the report essay if we lack of vocabulary?
Formal is more on the structure, the register, because if you look at the marking scheme, I think your teacher have shared. C is for content, CA is for communicative. So for CA, communicative achievement is you have to have the correct format. You have to have the correct register. Register is about more on how you write. Formal means you cannot use, for example, I can't. You cannot use this. You're not allowed to use I can't. Okay, because can't is considered as informal. So you have to write I cannot.
That's right. And
Okay,
if you are saying that you are lack of vocabulary, it's all about practice. You practice and practice. That should do it.
Vocabulary will help you more on not the being formal or informal. Vocabulary is helping you to write ideas for your content. So it does help to read more, yes. The more you read, the more ideas you have. Okay. So do you have any answers for opinion there? Any other problems at the canteen? So you need problem, okay? Identify
we have
problem.
Answer from Gan, also Gan.
Okay.
Students do not queue up.
Yeah, so it's problem about disciplinary problem with the students. Yes, good. So other problems?
Lee Chia Lim says that dirty floor, less food and drink less food and drinks sold.
Yes, it's related to the food. Yes, first is about the cleanliness, that the floor is dirty and so on. Second, you mentioned about the students not queuing up. And the third, you mentioned about the lack of food. Okay, so for example, you can have here. So let's look at the problem. Somebody mentioned the dirty floor just now, right? So these are your reasons. What are the problems with the canteen? They are not clean. So you have dirty drains, you have oily floor, you have rubbish everywhere. Okay, then you can write.
Says dirty kitchen.
Yes, dirty kitchen. Yes, good. I forgot about that. Yes, you can write dirty kitchen. So examples. Okay, for example, student did not discard. Okay, so you see the word did not, I purposely put here to show that you cannot use this. Okay, because it is not allowed in formal. So you must write did not. Okay, did not. So you cannot use didn't. Okay, so you must write did not. The student did not discard leftover food in the containers provided by the canteen operator. Oh, the workers use hands to handle food. So this is about cleanliness and hygiene. Okay. So the next one, maybe we can talk about the workers themselves. Just now you mentioned about the food, right? Okay, or the students. Yes, problem 2 could be the students. Okay, the students. So let's
Madam
look at about
sorry to interrupt you. Would you
Is
like
it
to
the-
announce the
Yeah.
third digit yet?
Okay, so the third digit, yes, I think we have about 20 minutes left, right? Okay, I think this can I think we can finish on time. Okay, the third code is, or the third number is 8. Okay, the third number is 8.
Okay, note that.
I shouldn't repeat the earlier numbers, right?
No, you shouldn't.
Okay, okay.
They need to
Okay.
go back. They need to rewind later.
Yeah. Okay, the next one, they have to rewind in 30 minutes, is it? Okay, next. You can say maybe, for example, just now you mentioned that students do not queue up. Yes, that's a good idea. So you can mention that during recess, there are students who cut the queues, and then before that, then you can write example. You have witnessed an argument before. Okay, evidence can be example. You can say you have seen students arguing or fighting because of this problem of not queuing up. Okay, so for rude or lazy, you can say workers, they shouted at the students, or they did not mop the floor after the school is over. Okay, so these are some examples. Just now you mentioned students, you can say that the problem of queuing up. Okay, Q-U-E-U-E. Okay, let's look at the last one. Maybe you can write problem 3 just now. One of the students mentioned food, right? So maybe not enough food, or you can say unhealthy food. Okay, and then you can write example, what are they selling now? They are selling junk food. They are selling soft drinks at the canteen. Okay. So can you see if you have this table of Oreo, O-R-E-O, you can write properly. Okay. You are able to elaborate ideas in the correct way or in the proper way. Okay. So let's look at the next question. In the question, okay, or in the exam paper, how do students feel? Okay, what are your feelings if you have problems at the canteen? It doesn't mean that you have to write 3 feelings all the time. Maybe you can come up with 1 or 2. So it's good enough, okay?
Mazrin says that wasting time wasted while waiting in queue.
Yes, queuing up, yes, you waste your time. So how do you feel? That is an example of wasting time. Okay, how do you feel when you waste time? How do you feel? Because the question here is feeling. So feeling should be adjectives. Okay?
Rosina says not satisfied.
Yes, not satisfied. Okay, good. Unsatisfied or dissatisfied. Okay.
Uncomfortable.
Other?
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Okay,
Right.
good. So you need to remember feelings. You have to relate it to adjectives. So you have
Lin Soting says
yes.
upset.
Upset, good.
Upset.
Yes.
Angry.
Yes, good. You have upset. You feel uncomfortable. You feel irritated. Okay, so you can use all these words. You can say disappointed, irritated, annoyed, angry, upset. Good. Okay, so these
I
are
have
the
another
reasons.
one for you.
Yes,
Make
yes.
blood boil.
Make your blood boil. Okay. So the reasons. Why do you feel disappointed and angry? So you can mention, right? Why I am so angry? Because I'm wasting my time here standing in the queue, right? Okay. The reasons. First of all, smelly drains. The drains are full of rubbish. So it's smelly. So examples. Okay, you can give examples. So this actually the table will help you to write more. Okay, example. Some students have to stand to eat at a location further than the drain or further from the drain. Some fell down due to slippery floor. Okay, these are examples. Okay, some fell down. Some were forced or are forced to eat somewhere else. Okay, so what else? Maybe you can write Just now you mentioned lack of food. You have less choice or unhealthy food. Okay, or the price is high. Nobody mentioned the high price at the canteen, right? So there is good. Or the workers yell at students. Okay, so you're angry. Okay, advice. Oh, sorry, some example. Okay, you have cases of food poisoning because the food is not healthy. Okay, so you had poisoning cases among students. So you can see here, when you have this table, you tend to write more. You know how to elaborate the points. Okay, so let's look at the last one. I think that's the last one, right? Okay, we can go slowly here. What are the students' recommendations? So the last question in the paper. Okay, what are your recommendations? Teacher, do I need to write all three? No, you can come up with one, but it's better to come up with two because you can see the word recommendations. Okay, so it's plural. What do you recommend? What can no the student? What do the student want? What do you want? Anybody?
What do you think would make a good change?
Yes. Suggestions. Recommendations are also another. There is another word for it. Suggestions. So what do you suggest? Okay. Anybody? I
Come
can't
on.
see the comments because my
Think.
handphone also is not my handphone also. I think the battery is going to
Yeah, don't worry, don't
battery
worry.
won't last lah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Come on, you can just type in what do you think they should do about it? What would be the solution?
Yeah.
So
Step one, step two. What do you want? Yes.
that's
The
right.
solution. Yes.
Change the root workers.
Oh, change the root workers. Get new ones.
Resigning.
Okay.
Resigning.
Okay. Other
Lim
answers?
Lim says that the workers should clean the surrounding at the canteen
Yes.
after recess.
Okay. Good.
Okay, yeah, those are solutions.
Okay.
Leroy, yours is more of the problem. The quantity of food is not it's not comparable to the price of food. That would be a problem.
Yes.
We want
Yes.
solution. Okay.
We want solution. Yes.
I would recommend that the canteen can't mop the floor. The workers should mop the floor frequently.
Okay.
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 Lin Ting says organize a campaign to clean the drains in the canteen.
Okay. That's a good
Alright.
idea. Organize a
Yeah,
campaign. Yes.
that's right.
So
That's right.
many of you have come up with good ideas. So let's look at example. Yes, cleaning. Okay, you want a cleaning schedule or you want workers to clean, just now you mentioned, right? So okay, you give the answer. Workers can clean it properly or clean it after school hours. Or you can also add prefects can help. You can say prefects can organize a cleanliness campaign, clean the drains, okay, to help to collect the rubbish in the drains or in other places at the canteen. Okay, example. Cleaning schedule placed on the wall. So when you have the duty roster of cleaning the canteen, maybe the workers should have their names there. So it sort of remind them of their duties. Okay. So this is how you explore. For example, you're stuck. You cannot find an example. You can maybe refer to your teacher to get more ideas on this. Okay. So let's look at the next one. We can have recommendation 2. Prepare healthier or healthy meals or have more choices. Okay, I think some of the students mentioned this, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay, reason? Because there will be less junk food, no soft drinks, more vegetables, or there'll be more vegetables, there'll be more fruit, there'll be more healthy items or meals for you. Okay. So, teacher, I cannot come up. Yeah, you're not supposed. If you cannot come up, you're not supposed to list. For example, you list fried chicken, noodles, or soup. Okay, there is not. It is not compulsory to write. So if it's suitable, you can write. If it's not suitable, it means that if it's not relevant, you need not write. Yeah, doesn't mean everything you have to write the examples or evidence. Okay, last answer. Somebody said, kick the worker out, right? No, yeah, change the worker, yes. So maybe in a gentler way, we can advise. Okay, so maybe the school management can have a talk with the workers, or maybe the principal can advise the workers. Okay, do we need to write example? I don't think so, right? So for certain reasons, if you can't or you're stuck with examples, you need not worry, because not everything you have to write. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, the last part, the model answer. I'm just sharing the model answer. So remember, to the principal, and then from, since it's written there, Health and Cleanliness Club. So you can mention you are the secretary. Okay, if we can see from the report, the old SPM format, you have the ending where you have to write reported by, and then you write your name. For example, no Alisa Rahman. Okay, but here in the new format, because I'm referring to the Form 4 and Form 5 textbook, there is no ending where you have to write your name and put a signature. Okay, so this is the new format. So first to, then from, then the subject, problem with the canteen. So if you want to put the post, I think you can write the post here. For example, the principal, you can put the name of the school, and then from, you can put that you are the secretary, or you are the president of the club. Okay, so it is Health and Cleanliness Club. So the title, teacher, do I need the title again? I purposely put here. You need not write the title again, right? Because it's already in the subject. Okay, teacher, if I don't write the subject, if I just write this one, okay, I'm going to use the eraser. Okay. So if I write this, instead of writing the subject, yes, because this is also still the subject. Okay, so introduction, just now we mentioned introduction, right? So you can write the aim of this report. The aim of this report, sorry, I missed a word there, is, the aim of this report is to highlight problems the students have with the school canteen. Topic sentence, yes, the aim of my report is to tell you the problems. Okay, to highlight means to stress about the problem. Okay, a highlight also means is to open your eyes, okay, about these problems. Okay, so you are telling the topic of the question. Okay, next. During the months of April and May 2012, the Health and Cleanliness Club observed the school canteen and rated it in terms of hygiene, affordability is a price of food, affordability of the food sold, and also student satisfaction. Okay, student satisfaction you can spell like this, or you can put the S, okay, you put apostrophe after that, student satisfaction. Okay, then we go to the first one. The second paragraph, the topic, the heading of the paragraph. So the heading of the paragraph should be related to the question. So problem students have with the canteen. Okay, you can write, most students are not happy with the cleanliness of the canteen. The drains that surround the canteen are always clogged. Clogged means the water is not moving, okay, the sumbat, and give off a stench. Stench means bad smell. Students say that sometimes the stench is so unbearable. Unbearable means you cannot cope with it. Tak tahan, okay? They have to move away and eat while standing. Moreover, so you can see the and, moreover, and. So these are linkers. You have to write the linkers to score more marks, okay? Moreover, there are many flies in the canteen. Students have to constantly wave their hand over their food just to prevent the flies from settling on the food. Settling means the flies will stop on your food. Okay, that is called settling. You cannot use the word stop on your food. So you can say settling on the food. We have also noted that workers serving the food tend to use their hands instead of a pair of tongs or gloves. Okay, you can write that. Okay, I think we have a few more minutes, right? We are
Yeah,
not
we have
sure
2 more minutes, and some
Okay.
of them are getting very excited about the 4th digit. We still have another 2 minutes.
Yes, okay. We are not sure if the workers have washed their hands prior to handling the food. Prior is before. You do not know whether they have washed the hands before that, okay? This is definitely unhygienic. Unhygienic means tidak bersih. Another problem students have with the canteen is the prices of food sold. Most of the food is too expensive, okay? For instance, okay, remember when I asked you the Oreo? So the Oreo here is E, or Oreo. So once you have your Oreo, you can arrange them in a paragraph. Okay. For instance, so this is example. A plate of plain rice with 2 servings of vegetable and meat costs RM 4 ringgit 50 cent. Okay, example. So this is the second. The third paragraph, you have to answer the second question. Okay, the second dot there. Okay, the second task in the rubric or in the instructions. Students' feeling or students' responses. In addition, so these are all the linkers and connectors. In addition, the students are not satisfied, so this is feeling, with the services rendered by the present operator of the canteen. More and more students are staying away from the canteen. Okay, they are not satisfied. Okay, you can add here. Just now some of you mentioned satisfied. Okay, dissatisfied. So instead of using dissatisfied, just now you came up with the word disappointed, annoyed, angry. So you can replace this. Okay, that's why I purposely did not put the feelings. So if you write this, it is better to express your feeling because here you can't really see the feeling. Okay, so you can write, in addition, students are annoyed, students are not happy, students are irritated, okay, with the services rendered by the present operator of the canteen. More and more students are staying away from the canteen. Many are even bringing sandwiches or a packed meal from home. Okay, it doesn't mean that for example, this is the paragraph on feeling. You can see here, there are only three sentences. Okay, so it is enough to write. You have 3 sentences. If you look at my word count, it is already 300 over. Teacher, why so long? So long? It is too long because I purposely give more examples for you. Normally, I do this with my students and I ask them to shorten their essays or their report. Okay, so the last part, recommendation. Do I have a conclusion? Okay, do you conclude? No, I didn't put the conclusion. Okay, so maybe you can, I want students to write the conclusion. Okay, recommendation.
Okay, Madam Tan, would you like
Okay,
to
the
announce the 4th digit?
Okay, the 4th digit, the last digit, okay, for the credit claim, it is number 1. Number 1, or the first digit, 1. Okay, so you already have the 4 digits now. Later on, you can claim your credits. Okay, the last one, recommendation. So maybe some student can come up with a conclusion. The conclusion can be 1 sentence. It is okay. Or you want to write 2 sentences. Okay, it is also acceptable. Okay, recommendation. The first suggestion is the canteen and drains have to be cleaned daily after the canteen closes. Next, the canteen also needs to give more priority to hygiene when handling the food. Last but not least, the prices of the food and drinks have to be monitored by the school. So these are all your suggestions. To sum up, we hope they will improve and make a greater effort to please the student of the school. So should you write this one here or should we write in the conclusion? What do you think, students? Should I write here or should I write in the conclusion?
What do you think?
What do you think, students? Should I write here or should I write another paragraph which is for the conclusion? Should you write sum up there or should you write sum up in the conclusion? See the word, right? The phrase here, to sum up. So do you write here or do you write in the conclusion?
That's right. Okay, Maizatu Farisha says conclusion.
Yes, good. Okay. So maybe sometimes you know you are so happy writing, you write and write that you forgot. Okay, or you forget that, oh no, this is not here. Okay.
That's right.
So the moment, yes. Sometimes you see the phrase to sum up, all in all. So you know that you have to write it in the conclusion. Okay. So this is an example of conclusion. To sum up, we hope they will improve and make a greater effort to please the students of the school. Okay, anybody else who can write another conclusion? You can use all in all, or as a conclusion, or in a nutshell. Okay, anybody wants to try before we end my presentation today? Do you have any answers? Try, students. Try to write the ending. Okay, you can see here it's only 1 paragraph. To sum up, okay, we hope so. You can even write one sentence for a paragraph for a conclusion. Okay. Do you have any answers there? I think it's a bit long for them to write in the chat box, right?
Yeah.
Try. You can try.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, if we have more time, actually, I wanted to get some into the Conti, but I think we don't have time yet. Next time, I'll do it next time. Do we have answers?
Not yet. I think they're still typing. So while you're typing in, make sure, bear in mind that you need to have your ED email in order for you to claim your cert and also your credit. Okay, make sure that you apply for it if you have not applied yet. Okay, Rosina says, to sum up, I hope this problem will be solved as soon as possible.
Okay, good. It's better to add that you have to take action. I hope that the school can take action and then the problems can be solved. Yes, good answer.
Any other conclusions?
If there's none, I think we can stop, right? Because you have to share the link and also the password or the code for today, right? For the
That's
certs.
right. Okay. Before we continue, Madam Gan, you need to share your Telegram username as well in order to enable them to claim their credit. Okay, so congratulations to those who have attended today's class, because I think we have all benefited at great length on how to write a proper report. Okay, and also not forgetting the tasty Oreo method. Really find that very what do you call that? It's very informative.
It's helpful. Yes, it helps the students.
That's right. If you could only follow that method, I think you won't go wrong, because it's all in there on how to write the opinions. Okay,
you
for
can write
your
anything. You can write email, you can write the essay, you can write the report, the article, and also the review.
Also for your shortly for your part 1 and part 2 as well when it comes to writing opinion. Okay, so today we have definitely learned on how to tackle the part 1 and part 2 of the paper 2. Okay, so thank you very much for such an interesting lesson, Madam Gan. Okay, all right. Now,
Cikgu Giri, what do I share? My Telegram, is it?
Telegram username. Telegram username t.me/ your username. Okay, now if you haven't subscribed to
okay, thank you.
if you haven't subscribed to Madam Gan's channel yet, please do so. Please do so. Actually, it's t.me.
T.me.
Okay, t.me, Puan Heidi, t.me/bhgan. You don't need the alliance there. Okay. All right. So for you to show your appreciation to our Madam Gan today, please do subscribe her channel. All right, and so that you won't miss out on any new videos as well as live classes. All right.
To give the cert link, right? The cert link and also the code.
Yes. So now we will share the certificate link and also the code for you to enter. Remember, the codes for credit claim is different than the code of the certificate claim. Okay, it's not the same code. Okay, so don't enter your credit claim code in your certificate claim. Okay, so be wary of this. All right, so if you like today's class, do subscribe. Then type in done. You'll get your certificate in an hour after you have entered the needed details. Okay, now very important, again and again, I always emphasize you need your email, EDD email account. Getting a lot of messages pertaining to this asking me, teacher, I can't claim. And I ask, do you have the email? No, not yet. No, you need to get the email. Quickly do it. Okay. All right. So the link for the certificate will be active only half an hour. Okay, 30 minutes after the class. All right. So, and also those who have not joined the ED Junior Telegram group, kindly do so. Okay, it's all in the link provided when you receive the what do you call that? The iklan, isn't it? The ad. Okay, it's in the list of the links. Look for it. Okay, you need to join the ED Junior so that you get informations on the live classes conducted by Academy YouTuber Malaysia. Okay, so once again, thank you for joining us. Is there anything else I'm forgetting, Cikgu Aisha? Madam Gan, Teacher Heidi. Okay, so thank you for joining us today. Also, do subscribe to all the other teachers in here. Teacher Heidi, Cikgu Aisha, they are also conducting classes for PT3 and SPM. All right, and share this link, share the Academic YouTuber Malaysia schedule to your teachers, okay, to your teachers, so that everyone else in your school can benefit from that. We don't just have English classes, we have RBT classes, we have geography classes, we have sejarah classes and all that. So do benefit from that, okay? So I think that is all for now. All right, we have a few classes arranged for you this week. There's one class on Friday, right, Cikgu Aisha? Would you like to inform them about it?
There will be a class tonight in my channel for Form 1 and Form 2, Form 3. Yeah, tonight at 9:30 p.m. And also there is another class on Friday at 5 p.m. It's from Madam Fila's channel. Okay? So come and join us.
So if you're wondering where is that echo coming from, you can see the background. She's in a discotheque right now. So there's a lot of echo going on. I guess. So that's all for today, class. Thank you very much. Good job, guys. Bye.
Wow, banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda. Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru di mana memberikan hadiah-hadiah ini secara percuma. Ya, percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuition online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma. Jangan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik, takkan nak lepaskan peluang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi